hearing the sounds of Jules Bland.
That's not in tune. I won't do that.
Lovely, as always.
Until it wasn't.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
You'll have to, because I
It was very
am
tasty.
the host.
Very tasty. Yes.
Hosting.
Hosting.
Yes, so we're the audience, and we approve.
Well, welcome everybody. You have stumbled upon VOM number 171, your locally sourced, open source, open mic that I run. My name is Rowan Corbett, and you see this Rogues Gallery here with me. You got Mr. Jules Bland. He was playing for you as we came in the door. And, of course, we got Kate Buckhold. We've got Steve Patton, and we have Ron Smith. So it's a little bit of a light night, so I think we're going to go straight to 3 songs for everybody this evening. And then we'll probably just, loop it around again. So unless someone else shows up, and then, we'll throw them into the mix. So, yeah. So what is this? If you're new here, it's an open mic. We do this every Monday night starting at 7 p.m. You can sign up, tell your friends. So yeah, there you go. So I guess I'm going to play first, but I just want to say hi to everybody. How you doing?
Hello.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello there. Hello. We're glad to see you.
It got really hazy outside today, and I can't tell if that's smoke from
Yes.
Canada again.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about it for sure.
No,
so.
they're
Actually,
it's-
they've legalized pot in Maryland, so that's probably what.
that is very funny and good and lovely. But yeah, the air pollution all week will be like that. This was the best day
wow.
of the week,
Yeah.
air pollution wise. So close your
Wow.
windows, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
yeah.
and I looked at the air quality index, and all of Appalachia is red. So the mountains are eating all that pollution.
Yeah.
And luckily, we're gonna blow the tops off of those mountains any day. So don't worry, guys.
There's
It's
a
cold as
certain
king.
amount of poetic justice in that, except for it's
my
hitting the
goodness.
people that suffered for the harvesting of it worse than the people who profited from it. And that's the problem.
If tragedy is justice to you, then yes, it's poetic justice.
I don't mean it from that.
I know what you mean.
And people depend on it to make a living with.
Yep.
And there's this little thing they say in there: coal mine, moonshine, or get on down the line. So if you don't choose the latter two, you're part of the problem.
Well, that is an
Weekly
interesting
endorsement
take
of
on that.
moonshine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they say in chemistry: if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the distillate.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna play a song or two. I'm gonna let you guys know what the order is too. So it's gonna go me, and then Steve, and then Ron, and then Kate, and then Jules, and then like an Ouroboros, or maybe a human centipede. No. We're gonna wrap back around.
Let's go with that one.
Yeah,
That one's
there
good.
we go. But yeah, I'm gonna kick it off. So here we go. There. Hit that button. And that one there. And then all is well. What if you just said it at the contest of wills? I'll give you my attention, make your reveal. Headed here for years now, and that much is plain. It's finally happening. We're being honest again. And you said what you had to say. We know where you stand. Why don't we call it a day? Expanse now between us. The signals are lost. Stretching out through a darkness. Only silence can cross. Yeah, you said what you had to say. But let me be clear. This is is ice that you can't unbreak. Not gonna argue, I won't complain. Yeah, believe me, I want to, but your point has been made. You said what you had to say. This feels like an end. You should probably just stay away.
All right. Zounds.
Thanks, y'all. Oh goodness. So it's been a crazy weekend.
It's been.
I'm still really tired actually. So this weekend I played with a taiko drum troupe in Tacoma Park, Maryland, at the place called the Dance Exchange. Mark H. Rooney and his Mark H. Taiko Taiko experience.
Taikoettes. Mark and the Taikoettes.
It was a really great show. It was like so Iliami was playing, and of course the taiko drummers, and then there was a dance troupe, and it was just this cool meeting of disciplines that was really fun. So, but that was my entire weekend, and I am just tired.
Did he make you carry those big drums?
No, but because the show was at a dance school, so that meant that we couldn't leave everything,
Yeah.
So we had to we did 2 shows, Saturday night and Sunday night, and we had to strike the whole show after and then set it up again, and there's a lot of gear, so it's just it's a long day too, so but yeah, it was good though. But now I have to figure out what my next song is going to be. I think what I want to play, and I'm just playing fast and loose with it today. I've got another one that I do. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. This one is called Shantytown. Press the button again. Gotta press the button. filled with offense, nothing to come my own shanty town, my own shanty town. When the rain comes down, this becomes a muddy hole. Everybody disappears except me. Stay in my tent alone. Shanty town. Makes no sense, they call us bums and they hide their children when we come. But we don't wanna hurt no one, just wanna live our lives and move on. Work's done, I'll get my pay. Put on my coat and hop the train. Leave my tent and my tools, so some other fool can live this way. Working in this shanty town, it's become his home, where all his filled with offense, nothing to come. It's home, shanty town. His home, shanty town.
Good stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Awesome.
Are you
Thanks,
changing cameras with your feet?
I am.
Okay.
I'm a d-bag. Sorry.
I do foot stuff all the time. No worries. No kink shaming here. You gonna do a third one, Rowan?
I am.
Okay, because you said, "Oh, I'll do one or two," and it's like,
No,
don't
I thought
deprive
I
us.
said 3 because we're
didn't.
doing 3. All right. So yeah, I was saying for everybody here, we're gonna start off doing 3.
That's right.
So yeah, and then we'll come back around, and yeah, it'll be good. That's where the Ouroboros thing came in. So I think I'm just gonna stay on this guitar because that's probably the efficient thing to do. Ooh, I haven't done this one in a little bit. This one is called, actually, not confident I can do that one right now. I think I will do then the Brave one. I wrote this for one of my oldest friends, we weren't seeing eye to eye. That happens in relationships. Now and again, you get to these points where, you just don't, you have different experiences of the world, and, they just don't, they can both be right, but they can also both not make sense to the other. Your choice, consider I agree. You know what's best for you don't work so well for me. But do me a favor, you think you can survive what you want long enough to make it worth it in the end. Fucked up long before I met you. It's a credit to your kindness, you tolerate me the way you do. You only ever hurt me because you tell the truth. Got no time for pretense, and you don't suffer fools. Been willing to go where I can. I think it's 'cause you're braver than me to some extent. But this feels different, like the ice is finally cracked. But I'm the one who's sinking, and there's no coming back. Want you to fly, not topple over the grave.
a good one.
Thank you. Oh,
Bangers, Rowan. Bangers. As the kids would say, you got bars.
I thought you were
Go on.
I thought you were saying like bangers and mash, like
No, I'm
That was like
hungry. I want some
sausage.
sausage and beans. Some sausage and some mushy peas. That's what I want. English breakfast for all. Here's your sign. Look at what they eat for breakfast.
There you go.
That's a failed empire if I've ever seen one. Said the country with the double down burger, where
It
it's like
isn't as
two
bad as haggis, so that's gotta
pieces
be
of
the worst.
chicken as the buns.
Oh.
We're all doomed to deep fry everything. It's fine. Have fun while the ship goes down. Who's next?
oh yeah. Well, that little ray of sunshine was brought to you by Mr. Jules Bland.
Doritos. Come on down.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. Next up, we've got Mr. Steve Patton. What's up, Steve?
Oh, hey. That's me, I guess.
That is
Anyway,
Oh, I didn't see you there.
well, now, let's see what I got for you, because I don't know. I just, whatever's going to come out, it's going to come out.
Call your doctor.
Well, this may be part of what I have to blame it on, but I have it. Well,
Uh-oh.
it's not cooperating though. I'm not used to using this kind.
Oh yeah, the trigger
picture.
capos.
Yeah,
That is a I'm a capo connoisseur.
I have lots of them, and I don't know where the others are hiding at the moment. So
Yeah. It appears that
this
you are
looks
currently using a Dunlop trigger.
familiar. This is what it is. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a Dunlop.
I tend most these days to use the Planet Waves. But I'm getting away
I
from
have
those.
that. That's one of my favorites because you can carry it in your pocket. It's not like heavy. I like
So,
that one a lot.
are you a purist, Rowan? Like, because I've come across people who are like, I'll only use the tension-based capos, none of this spring action.
Now the
bullshit.
Shub capo is
Yeah.
superior in
Yeah, that is-
as
that is
far
my
as far as intonation is concerned, but you
Yep.
can't beat.
Can't quick change.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
but-
you can't beat the quick change of the trigger style, or spring style capos.
I
So,
fell in love when I found that.
That's the only good thing about them, but they tend to throw your tuning
Yeah.
also.
everybody knows that the
That's
cool kids just use the old like rubber band and a pencil thing, man.
Yeah, rubber band and a
literally did
pencil,
that
man.
for a
I
while
did that
before I
for
bought
a long,
capo, yeah.
time. And I actually used to improve the pencil because the keyboard was curved, and so I shave out some of the middle, and yeah, been there, done that.
Nice. All right, what you got?
And
for us,
sometimes
Steve?
you tighten the rubber band too much and the pencil would break. You
Yeah.
can have another one. Okay, so let's see. Let's get. When the bees are making honey and the bloom is on the dale, a man will turn to cart and a drunkard to his ale. And if he be not weary, he'll fall for all his worth, for a woman who but calls him to curse his day of birth. Oh, lift your tankard high, boys, and drink the bitters down, for better than in love, boys, and whiskey you should drown. Now such was Katie Brennan, she was my own thought. No matter what I tried, boys, I did no good at all. I'd see her with the fellas, a-flirting shamelessly, but if I tried to kiss her, she'd run away from me. Oh, lift your tankard high, boys, and drink the bitters down, for better than in love, boys, and whiskey you should drown. To be with Katie Brennan, 'twas naught I could deny her. For me there was no other, she was my heart's desire. I plied her love with silver, I plied her love with gold, but still she did not love me, and still her heart was cold. Oh, lift your tankard high, boys, and drink the bitters down, for better than in love, boys, and whiskey you should drown. Despite the way she'd done me, I loved her to the last, for all I had to offer, her love was all I asked. I spent a month of wages to buy a string of pearls, and when I gave them to her, she left that foolish girl. Oh, let your tankard high, boys, and drink the bitters down. For better than in love, boys, and whiskey you should drown. My rage had overtook me, I couldn't keep it down. I drug her to the river and held her there to drown. It was no wish to kill her, but to break her will. And if she'd show me true love, I'd be a freeman still. Oh, lift your tankard high, boys, and drink the bitters down. For better than in love, boys, and whiskey you should drown. So when the judge did ask me, could I tell a lie? I said if she were true, sir, she'd never had to die. They bound me up in shackles and tossed me in a cell. And come tomorrow morning, my soul be bound for hell. Oh, build a gallows strong, boys, and build a gallows high. For if she would not love me, it's better I should die.
Nuts. Just nuts.
I should tell you that song is David Allan Coe had this song that he wrote about the perfect country song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether you're familiar with that. So
Yeah.
that song, my son and I were sitting around and talking about there are drinking songs, there are murder ballads, and there are other things. And I think he had written one at the time. I don't know whether you know the one that goes where he wouldn't miss her the next time. So, yeah, you got to hear that one. It's on like the next to the last Midway Fair album.
Mm.
But I can't do that one. But that one's really funny. So anyway, it prompted. I get this, Irish 6/8 time thing going in my head, and I really couldn't play it at the time. And but it made the song happen, and so I wrote the song, and that's where it came from.
Nice.
And we decided it's the perfect folk song because it includes everything: drinking, despicable people, and love that goes bad, and
Yeah, I was actually
anyway.
going to ask if that was actually a traditional
hanging.
Irish one. So
And hanging. No, it's not traditional.
Yeah.
It's my mock traditional. Anyway,
it's got all the beats, man.
got them all. It hits every base, anyway,
What you got
so
for us
we're gonna
now?
go next. At 40,000 feet, on the plain of Louisville, looking down I see those Appalachian hills, where I watched her in silence by the light of the moon, plucking the petals from black-eyed Susan's bloom. Once said I loved her, the next once I don't. Although I surely did, I never said so. Dark-eyed Susie, that memory's calling me back to those hills where my heart longs to be. Just a wildflower bouquet that night between two worlds. That night I said goodbye to my Appalachian girl. All the flowers of summer can never erase teardrops that stream down dark-eyed Susie's face. Once said I loved her, the next once said no. Although I surely did, I never said so. Dark-eyed Susie, that memory's calling me back to those hills where my heart longed to be. Though many years have passed, I still can hear her voice Tell me, do you love me, my Appalachian boy? I'd pluck all the petals from all the flowers that grow. Could our body walk black-eyed Susan's low? Dark-eyed Susie, that memory's calling me back to those hills where my heart longs to be. A stranger led the way on the hill above the town. Nothing's left for me in Appalachia now. Time waits for us, but a memory never dies. Etched on the stone, our dark-eyed Susie lies. That story.
Take your claps here. Take your claps.
Yeah, if you must. That story contains true elements and untrue elements and a bunch of other stuff mixed in with it, but it was prompted by flying over the eastern Kentucky, where my father's from, and on the West Virginia side of the Big Sandy, there were all these devastated, blasted off hills like we were talking about earlier. And I'm looking down at it. It's really depressing. And I'm on the way to Louisville, and I came home. I didn't stop down. I was thinking about a little girl that went back to when I was like, I don't know, we were probably 7 and 8, and she was doing the little pulling the petals off, black-eyed Susans that grew in a hayfield that my grandmother had down by the creek, and we got stung by bees.
Oh, no. There you go.
And but I found out that she died at like 23.
Oh God.
Was it from the bees?
No, she died of cervical cancer. So I'm told. I really didn't get the whole story, but apparently she was also got married at 16 to an abusive husband, so she really had a miserable life.
She lived a life then.
Yeah. She really had a sad life. Yeah.
That is the Appalachia special. Right?
Yes, exactly. I mean, she had one little dress, and it had flowers on it, but there was so much dirt on her dress that you really couldn't see the flowers. I still can see it. I mean, she was so cute. I mean, I can't describe how cute this little girl was to me, but and I couldn't stay away from her. I mean, it's like I just loved her, but she was a poor hard time kid, Anyway.
Well, you got one more for us, Steve.
Yeah. Let me see. All right. I think I did that one last week. Okay, let me think. Well, I'll go here. Hate to do another sad one, but let me get rid of this.
Be gone.
Yeah. I watched her as she danced at a wedding here in town. The blue-eyed Jenny Rose in her bright flowered gown, gold hair tied in ribbon, our dress was trimmed in lace. A light bright as heaven, a smile upon her face. I asked her for the dance when all promised me was played. I danced with Jenny Rose till the last song we stayed. Her eyes held me spellbound as we danced around the floor. And when the night was over, I saw her to the door. Love is a prison where my heart must dwell. Ribbons and blue haze have locked me in this cell. There must be a garden where the pretty flowers grow. Someday when I find it, I'll dance with Jenny Rose. I took her by the hand as we walked into the night. I looked at Jenny Rose and the moonlight so bright. She knew then that I loved her, for plainly she could see. But when I went to kiss her, she turned away from me. She touched me on the cheek, then she said that she must leave. Your heart said, Jenny Rose, I have no wish to deceive. But love is a prison the heart cannot expel. Much I wish to tell her, but the words I could not share. Love is a prison where my heart must dwell. The ribbons and blue eyes have locked me in this cell. There must be a garden where the pretty flowers grow. And someday when I find that I'll dance with Jenny Rose. My tears I could not hide when I saw it on the news. He killed sweet Jenny Rose, oh love he failed to lose. 3 shots fired at anger and a jealous lover's spite, and the last word she told me came back to me that night. Love is a prison where my heart must dwell. Blue ribbons and blue eyes have locked me in this cell. There must be a garden where the pretty flowers grow. And someday when I find it, I'll dance with Jenny Rose.
That is a sad song.
Yeah, and that is a sad story. But I think I told you the story about it before. It was based on a newspaper article.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Well,
Thanks for
Steve.
bringing us down, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, you've established a theme. Rowan set it in motion, then you solidified it. So, Rob, if you play anything Ron, if you play anything other than sad songs, then
Yeah,
you will
now
be
I'm
penalized.
kind of stuck.
No. Play what you feel, my friend.
Ooh, that'll be brutal.
Yeah, my next set is going to be all indigestion, so.
Yeah.
The ASMR crowd would eat that up.
I
Well.
kind of got a thematic thing cooked up here. You can see I have changed my name to Pepe the Elephant Ranger. Up there. And there's a story behind that. When I got out of the Army, at first, before my brother and I decided to go into business making candles, where we only lost $100 a week, which was really a great thing we did. I was a lot boy for a car lot. And my brother, my older brother, I had a couple of them, but one of them was a mail carrier for a while, and he had a kind of a nice blue pith helmet. And I wore that when I went out to working on the car lot. And so they asked me about it, and I tell them I'm Peppy the Elephant Ranger, and they said, what the hell is that? And I said, well, I keep the elephants away. They said, there's no elephants around here. I said, see? Yep. That was that old joke way back in, because that's way, way back there. So that leads me to this, that I got together with Jules and Chris on Friday night. And they were asking me about some songs that, I thought were killer and nobody seemed to get them, or, just a different range of things. It just got me thinking. And these are kind of songs that are from the back lot. You know how when you go to a car lot, they've got all the stuff that's good and they're trying to sell it out on front. And then if you tell them you can't afford any of that, say, well, we got some stuff on the back lot. So you lower your expectations and walk back there and see the old, broke.
Geo Prism.
But
Yeah.
there is one that's worse than the back lot. It's the one that they put aside waiting for those guys to come pick it up. And if you're really desperate, you just have to, go there. I bought one of those once myself.
Yeah. So these songs are somewhat in that category. These are things that, for one reason or another, I don't trot out in public very much. So this first one here is, I had a little bit of a disagreement with my wife about this song because I thought it was satire and she thought it was bragging. And it's called "I'm a Songwriter," and what it's meant to do is to convey the remarkably low entry-level qualifications for a singer-songwriter. You write a song and you sing it, and boom, you're there. So that's sort of what the vibe was of this, and then it kind of tries
Guilty as
to
charged.
I resemble that remark.
kind of redeem itself a little further down the line. So that's maybe where it goes off the tracks. But been a long time since I did this, so here it comes. I'm a songwriter, 'cause I'm writing this song. I'm a songwriter, 'cause I'm writing this song. I fancy myself a singer, so I'm singing along. I guess that makes me a singer-songwriter, footloose and fancy-free, singing and playing my own song the way it's supposed to be. Now if something bugs me or I see something that's wrong, if something bugs me or I see something that's wrong, now here's what I can do about that. I'll put it into a song, 'cause that'll show 'em. Singer-songwriter, telling it like I see, singing and playing my own song the way it's supposed to be. I can try to raise consciousness one listener at a time, give the world a tiny nudge with just a little rhythm and rhyme. Oh, do, 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 do. Now if something moves me or something touches my heart, if something moves me or something touches my heart, grab a notebook, pick up a pen, and let that songwriting start. Yeah. Maybe to say thank you, or maybe to pass it along. Maybe to say thank you, or maybe just to pass it along. Or maybe just to remind myself not every damn thing is wrong. 'Cause I get to be a singer-songwriter. Wonderful thing to me to be singing and playing my own song the way it's supposed to be. Singer-songwriter, footloose and fancy-free. Well, maybe you should try it for yourself Maybe you should try it for yourself. Maybe you should try it out for yourself and see if you don't agree. Do 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 do.
Very nice.
Yeah. That's a truth song. That's what that
Proof
is.
of
It's a
concept.
truth song. Yeah. Can't do nothing but the truth.
So-
How many chords was that?
A few, not too many.
Too many. It's more than three. It's can't qualify as a country song.
All right, what you got for us next, Ron?
Okay, now here's another one of these things. It's like the I've talked about this before. You know how the old movies, the old Fred Astaire movies and stuff. They're always making movies about making movies, or they're doing a show about being in shows on Broadway. Or so this is another guitar writing, or another songwriter song. And I think the question is between my wife and I is whether an audience, if it's not a songwriter audience, will they appreciate these songs? Will they just think I'm bragging, or we're just not real sure. So maybe you can help me with this one. It's called "Don't Know What I'm Thinking," and it's got a little thing like that that I try to put in there, and I mess it up as often as I hit it. So when that happens, you say, "Yeah, that's why he doesn't play this song very much." So many songs have been written, so many songs have been sung. It seems like it's all been done before. So why in hell am I writing one more? I don't know what I'm thinking, if I'm thinking at all. Haven't got a reason, just answering nature's call. Gotta keep on singing, gotta keep on playing. I'm not trying to be cool, just a songwriting fool. I'm always looking for one more word, put into one more line. Wrap the lines up into verses and try to make the damn thing rhyme. I don't know what I'm thinking, if I'm thinking at all. I haven't got a reason, just answering nature's call. Gotta keep on singing, gotta keep on playing. I'm not trying to be cool, just a songwriting fool. Some people tell me it's a gift, some people tell me it's a curse. Every time I sing and play, gives me a little lift. Might not be much to you, but to me it's much, much verse. I don't know what I'm thinking, if I'm thinking at all. I haven't got a reason, it's like I'm answering nature's call. Gotta keep on singing, gotta keep on playing. I'm not trying to be cool, just a songwriting fool.
Well, that's another true song, Ron, and I think it should be a front lot song. Why don't you shine up the hood and put it out on the front lot?
Put some sawdust in the transmission and
Sugar in the gas tank, make her,
Right, exactly.
get
Once
down
they
the road.
drive it off the lot, it's too late.
You bet.
No takesy backsies. Right?
Once it hits the asphalt, it's your own asphalt.
Oh.
Oh. Now this next one is one of my early philosophical songs. This is I've had so many versions of this song I've lost count, and I'll probably lose my way in the middle of it this time. But so what? You asked for 3, you're getting 3. Okay, this is not necessarily about songwriting. This is about what I'm always talking about otherwise. Who am I? I don't even know. What am I even about? Feels like I am only beginning. I'm starting to think I will never find out. What is life? I don't even know. What is life even about? It feels like I am only beginning. I'm starting to think I will never find out. I guess I expected it all to be clear by the time I got to my golden years. But it was the same old smoke and mirrors. No one trying to make it clearer. Maybe I just don't need to know what it is or isn't about. Maybe I'm just always beginning, and maybe that's what I'm supposed to find out. Yeah, I expected it all to be clear by the time I got to my golden years. I'm walking away from the smoke and the mirrors. And that's where I don't know what line I'd put in there before. I said, no, I put the smoke and mirrors behind me. That's what it is. I'm no longer just following blindly. That works a lot better. Every day, I'm somebody new. I'm always changing inside and out. Every ending brings another beginning. And life is for living, not for figuring out. Oh, life is for living, not for figuring out. I think it's worth it for the last line.
More truth, Ron. More truth. More truth. Definitely more truth.
One of my new faves of yours.
Very nice.
For sure.
None of it makes sense. It's just for living.
Yep.
You know, and like I've heard at least, 2 or 3 people here and there, maybe in the chat or whatnot, say something to the effect of, "I want to be like Ron Smith when I grow up," and I know your response would be like, "Well, I'll let you know when I grow up, and then you can grow, and I'll grow up into someone else, and you can grow up into that."
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So, but yeah, thank you, Ron. Oh,
You're
goodness.
welcome. Thank you for listening. I appreciate that.
So, well, welcome again. Let everybody know what we are and what we're doing here. This is VOM, the virtual open mic. We do this every Monday evening, starting around 7 p.m. My name is Rowan Corbett, and tonight we have Steve Patton. We have Ron Smith. We have Jules Bland, and now we're going to have Kate Buckholt up. So, howdy, Kate.
Hi.
How's it going? I guess you put this on your YouTube page was it Sunday, right? Or was it Saturday that you had, career change, or at least leaving your?
Oh, you watched that?
I watched that. So,
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
So-
Yeah, exactly. You remember all that went down in the fall where
yep,
I was
yep,
like,
yep.
and so I've kind of known that I wasn't safe there, but needed to kind of make a plan. So now Saturday was my last day, and Wednesday I will, start at a little studio right across the street. I can literally see the old salon.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's super intimidating, but whatever. It's better. The stress, any challenges like from a pure place rather than from a messed up, place. So
Yeah, right on.
we'll see. We'll see.
Well, congratulations on the next leg of your journey there.
Thank you.
Let me know when you make it to Ron Smith, and I guess we'll see you on the other side. All right, what you got for us, man?
Oh, don't hold your breath, man. So, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be like majorly burdensome and do like 2 on the keyboard. But since we're doing 3, I'll do an original after that. But
Right on.
I think I told you I'm a total Seeger beaver. Like last week, I think I did Fire Lake, but I'm kind of discovering instrumental, things of Bob Seger without listening to the original. And so, sorry to say, this is going to be number 2 of 16 that I'll slowly work my way through. And then at the end, I'm going to listen to the Bob Seger originals. So
That's a cool project.
yeah, it's fun. I was like, I need to like give him some kind of like respect, like since I'm not listening to his music like a bitch. So I was, like, looking at facts, I was like, let me just read about his life, So anyway, I won't bore you with those facts. So this one, let me know at the end if you're familiar with it. This is one of the main ones I'm excited to hear the actual one of. Okay. I know it's late. I know you're weary. I know your plans don't include me. Still, here we are, both of us, lonely, longing for shelter, for all that we see. Why should we worry? No one will care, girl. Look at the stars so far away. Sorry. We've got tonight, who needs tomorrow? We've got tonight, babe. Why don't you stay? Deep in my soul, I've been so lonely, and all of my hopes fading away. And I've longed for love like everyone else does, and I know I'll keep searching even after today. So there it is, girl, I've said it all now, and here we are, babe, so what do you say? We've got tonight, who needs tomorrow? We've got tonight, babe, why don't you stay? I know it's late, I know you're weary, oh, I know your plans don't include me. Still, here we are, both of us, lonely, both of us lonely. We've got tonight, who needs tomorrow? Let's make
Oh, nice.
Good job. Good
Nice.
job, Kate. Good job.
What'd you say?
Good job. Good job. Great job.
Oh,
Actually,
thank you.
Yeah. Woo.
So what
Oh, stop. You weren't.
I have a question though. What inspired this like, this project?
Seeger hole.
Well, I was with like a couple friends at my at one of the gals' houses, and like she had like a little karaoke machine set up, and then she had her computer open. It was just kind of like, I guess, it just start auto playing something, and so Night Moves came on, and so I got up. I was like, oh, this I know, and so I had never heard it, and I wasn't sure who Bob Seger was, but I was just making up my own melody, and like like whatever. It was just like funny how we just like had such a fun time, and then like that, it was just so fun. So then the next day I was like, I wonder, what was the name? So I kind of looked it up on my phone, and then I kind of did it again, and then it suggested another one. So I was like, and then I did another and another and another, and until my friend was mentioning all these different songs, I'm like, dang, I did all of those. So I counted. I was like, 16. I could have sworn it was like 5. I was like, Seeger, I love you, dude.
Nice.
So yeah. And then the other day, Saturday, I realized, one of the ones they did, this kind of sappy, or whatever, is actually the Toyota truck song. So I was like, oh,
Oh, really?
Like a Rock is actually not like I did it.
That's awesome.
But eventually I'll get there.
Right on.
And then you'll have to go through it too. So yeah, it's just so funny when something just like strikes you, like it's happened with like drawing, where I like never really drew, and then suddenly, and then like I couldn't think about like anything, like it was such a fulfilling kind of like connection. And so, not to liken like something as meaningful as that to Bob Seger tunes, but I'm like, thanks, So anyway, so thanks for going through all that and for future sufferings.
Absolutely.
I was thinking
Kate, there's nothing
the
to
song
suffer.
that
You epitomize the thing with try hard, and really you have something in your heart that you express when you do this stuff that you can't help but like. It's great.
Oh, thank you. So okay, so sweet. Yeah, you guys are so supportive and patient. So I was thinking that I might do the song that I was just gonna leave it there just the other day, but I was like, well, I learned it, so I'm gonna do For the Good Times, a Ray Price song. I did actually listen to the original today. I was asking. So yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together, and there's no need to watch the bridges that will burn. Lay your head upon my pillow and hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good times, I'll get along, you'll find another, and I'll be here if you should find enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow and hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window. Make believe you love me one more time for the good times, for the good times. Some of those were wrong, but
I just want to correct the record. It's actually Chris Christopherson that wrote that. It was his premier song. It's probably Ray Price
no,
made
whatever
the
you
hit.
told me, I didn't know.
It was
You
written
said
by
it's
Christopherson.
Christopherson's song?
Yeah, Chris Christopherson wrote it. Ray Price has the version everybody knows so much, but Christopherson also recorded it too later.
Okay, well, thanks to him. For real, you know? Because, hey. Okay, so let me do an original. Let me just see if it wants to come out without, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do Respite to my friend Mike Bennett's track. How's this balance?
Good. That's pretty good.
Okay, cool. Maybe one day crossing paths on X's on the road up high, but you have to get there on your own with separate lessons on your side. Rather than focus on the meaning, I mean to concern myself with the purpose. When hark, thou art not from where come these forces. Found myself on many courses, humble sorcerers and other moral enforcers on my path. Our choices, and I mustn't be crunched under gears on the cogwheel of fortunes, meeting ends and divorces. I'm really thinking, turning a phrase and freezing, seeking safety and narrowly seizing it. Some places hallowed when faces were harrowing. The big mouth is the difference between the dolphin and the porpoise, but both have teeth like me. I drift asleep, counting endorphins, hoping to wake to more of them. Memories haunt years from along Texas piers. Seen Selena and Corpus, and we're talking statues, not corpses. I'm sorry, I'm feeling morbid because these months I've been so unsure of things. Then of course here comes the queen, saving me again just when in despair I beg, or should this still be happening again? She's been my respite from constant waving in countless folks like getting drilled on the Virginia V steamboat, not rowing along a hoping to free this horse out of my throat while tickling true water clapping. Fuck the patriarchy, I'm writing liquid metaphors into the sunset. Only regret is delayed art of forgiveness. Yeah, defenses got relentless and more than dented, getting dented while I'm chewing on resentment. I'm between nervous and terrified, but I don't mind your beeswax, honey, so please don't probe my hives. Only in the daughter of the son of Joseph do I so confide, with a little tremor and damp eyes, spilling baggage from the last guy and cringing through discussion touching on finances. It won't be like this in due time. Hyperverbal to compensate for when my neurodivergence defeats my ability to express or demonstrate. Trigger push for the resurgence of my traits, so childlike like most of my life that man, some part sure were perverted, especially that first one. Pinned me his corsage, oh monsieur, saw to this prompt concussion of a panic pixie dream girl. I'd long moved on to become a different sort of trope, a host to a misanthrope who pulled a fast one and perhaps too little time beneath me microscope. Best I take my leave when his seething rakes my sleeve. Oh please don't plead, should his hindsight see through this relationship whose ghost is likely to remain. Its murder is fodder for many a refrain. I don't know where we were going, though I know I had to get here on my own. But it's never bad to be back to home alone. On the path, no one had my back in the past. I had to get there on my own. But I no longer go down this path alone.
Very cool.
Kate Buckholt, y'all. Very nice.
That was my Rowan shout out in there.
Goodness gracious. Well. I want to make sure, because I forgot to earlier, I want to make sure to say hello to K-Said, our Twitch moderator. She's standing by with the band hammer just in case someone gets unruly and starts trying to sell people Bitcoin or something like that. So thank you, Kay. We appreciate your ever vigilant watch. And now, Jules has got his arrow in his back now, so I think he is ready for us. Jules Bland, the man of the hour.
Hello.
Howdy, sir.
Hi. Hello.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Hey.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Okay.
No? Okay. I need to get stuff close enough to me. I swear someone comes and moves my stuff in the night, which is weird because I'm the only person up late at night when the movement could happen. What a conundrum. How's that sound?
That sounds lovely to me. But I am but a mere Philistine.
Yeah, that's what we get together behind closed doors and we're like, Rowan doesn't know shit about music or technology surrounding sound equipment. He doesn't know. Nope, not him, not that guy. He's a Luddite.
That's totally
yeah. What's the fake number that this is? 172? Is that where we are now? 171?
So we are 171 or
Okay, so it's
172 in the Julesian calendar.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a song on guitar, then I'm gonna switch over to keyboard. Be forewarned. darkness starts to flicker, I shield my eyes from the light that you throw. My heartbeat's growing quicker. Is this a trick or a grift or a camera show? Well, I'm not one for wishing, begging the stars for a moment to shine. I gave up on fishing, sitting and waiting for someone to drop me in line. You pull me in and drag me under. You really start to make me wonder, should I fall, risk it all? but stumble, fumble and trip over words till my senses arrive. I'm not built for happy. Well, you're hell-bent on changing my mind. Box me in, you trap me, grab me and tell me that you'll never leave me behind. You pull me in and drag me under. You really start to make me wonder, should I fall, risk it all, make the call and give it all to you.
Oh my gosh, that's nice.
Cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That was that was really smooth, Jules. That was good.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's what it looks like usually. Take my word for it.
No, I have to say that was probably one of your best open mic performances so far. So
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. My best stuff that I've done over the past couple years since everybody was able to play out again and it wasn't registered biohazard. Have been to basically empty rooms. Like when I was running my Wednesday open mic, which hopefully will be back soon.
oh yeah.
It was either empty rooms or rooms full
Oh yeah.
of families that didn't give a shit or didn't understand what I was saying.
Well, I remember it was when we were doing the Sandy Spring open mic, and it was the pandemic had started. We were in the middle of the pandemic, and but we had moved inside. It was winter, I believe, and you had played, and I was hosting for Rob that night, and you were just so on that night. It was like, holy crap. So, and what you just did tonight was like reminded me of that evening. So,
Oh well, thank you.
yeah,
I'll be at Hank Deedle's on Wednesday.
yeah.
For 2 songs. So
They have an open. That's right. They do an open mic over there.
it's a showcase thing
Oh,
where
cool.
it's like me and Michael Potts, the instrumentalist, will be there, and
Nice.
he's great. Amarina, the small Greek piano singer
Oh,
lady.
I haven't seen her.
She's great. She's been at she featured at the Tacoma Spark thing. She and I
go
played an
back and
Earth
look.
Day concert together that I should bill them for because they owe me money. So you have it here on authority.
Okay, well, I'm going to play the one I don't know first.
Okay.
I mean, I played it once, but only one person has heard half of it. Chris walked in on it on the stream thing we do, and if he's late to show up to the stream, I will, just play a song up top, and then I'll talk about, like, boy, Marvel seems to not know what they're doing, or something like that.
I hope is that in reference to Secret Invasion?
It's in reference to everything, but right
Okay.
now, yes, it's in reference to Secret Invasion. What are they doing? Who knows, man? I'm gonna keep watching it because sunk cost, but
Well,
fucking come on.
The end
pick
of
up the
Wednesday's
pace.
episode was pretty cool, so I'm
Sure, yes, cool, and there's some cool stuff along the way, but look, man, Wednesdays for Disney for me, Justified's back, everybody, July 18th. No Boyd Crowder, but that's okay. We have Boyd Holbrook. How's this? Because I know it's a new configuration now. More or less?
Works for me.
Okay.
yeah. I think that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, I didn't realize it was muted. My apologies.
how dare you?
I know.
There's a picture on my kitchen wall, looks like Jesus and his friends involved. There's a party getting started in the yard. There's a couple getting steamy in the car, parked in the drive. Was I too old young to see this with my eyes? By the pool that night, apparently the chemicals weren't mixed properly. You hit your head and then forgot your name, and you woke up at the bottom by the drain. Now your altitude and memories are shared. What about taking this empty cup, filling it up with a little bit more of some innocence? I haven't had enough. It's probably because when you're young, it's okay to be easily ignored. I'd like to believe it was all about love for a child. Just scroll down. When the house was left in shambles, who was there to handle all the broken bits of glass? Was it Mom who put my dad out on his ass, or the other way around? Well, I'm far too old to care about that now. So, what about taking this empty cup and filling it up with a little bit more, some innocence? I haven't had enough. It's probably because when you're young, it's okay to be easily ignored. I'd like to believe it was all about love for a child. It's kinda nice to work the floor enjoying all my Christmases and my birthday cakes, and taking drugs and making love at far too young an age. Well, they never checked to see my grades. What a fool I'd be to stop complaining now. What about taking this empty cup and filling it up with a little bit more of some innocence? Haven't had enough. It's probably because when you're young, it's okay to be easily ignored. Oh, I'd love to believe it was all about love for a child. It was all about love.
Oh, Lordy.
Who is
Jason
that?
Mraz song.
Where does it come
Ah, okay.
Jason Mraz. Jason Mraz. My parents are happily, disgustingly married. It's kind of annoying how
No, it's cute
how
and
in love they
awesome.
are.
from?
Yeah.
Did you write that? That's amazing.
No, it's Jason Mraz. Jason Mraz wrote that. 'Cause his
Ah,
parents
okay,
went through a divorce.
It's an amazing
Like
song. It's
most
terrific
people in this country, apparently.
It is the prevailing wind these days.
Yeah. It's almost like marriage was a failed institution to begin with, and it should have been reworked from the ground up. But it's fine. It's fine. I mean, because the father gives away the daughter. I played a wedding recently, and it was very, who will give away this woman? And it's like, yikes. Oh boy. Oh woof.
Don't believe it. It's all a trick. It's all a trick. It's
Yeah.
really been roping you in. He's not really giving you his daughter.
Yeah, you owe him now.
I'm like,
This is a contract.
hey, Steve, is your wife in a room that she can hear you saying that?
No.
usually watch
She's
these?
downstairs, but she's probably watching on YouTube.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's pretty aware. Yeah.
Hi, sorry.
Nice knowing you, Steve.
Sorry.
Yikes.
Well, the truth is what it is.
Oh my gosh.
And how many chords?
You're reading that wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that's my wife. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that
keep
you're,
digging,
you're
man.
not being given anything. I mean,
That's great.
Okay, all right. Now that we've thoroughly put Steve in the doghouse, what are you gonna do for the last song of this round?
I'm gonna do a song that I have recently devised this plan where I pick 20 songs that I like, 20 songs that I know on piano, keyboard, 20 songs I do with my looper, 20 songs I do on like regular acoustic guitar, and then 20 originals, just whatever instrument I do them on, and I have a D20 and I roll that to see. So before we got started, I rolled a D20 and in multiple categories this song came up. So I will the fates will it to be. So
Right on. Well, you know how I feel about dice, so
pro.
yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, good. Whew. It was a 50-50 chance. What is that? That's a D2. That's just a coin. Yeah. All right.
never been strong enough to balance out my life. You came along and made the wrong things feel so right. Seemed like a friend, one that would be there to the end. Now I can't belong without your presence by my side. I'm a sucker for your touch. You could never be too much, too much. I don't wanna live without it. Don't have what it takes to say goodbye. Don't wanna think about it, no. Don't know if I could, were I to try. Right. So many nights with you alone beneath the stars. I put up a fight at first, but never fought too hard. I keep you around because the silence gets so loud. Too close to your light to see I may have gone too far to find. I can't help but breathe you up. In so deep, you're in my blood. I don't wanna live without it. Don't have what it takes to say goodbye. Don't wanna think about it, no. Don't know if I could, were I to try. Stain my lips, and now my chips are down. Well, I could never live without you, no, without you, yeah, without you. Is it about a relationship or substance abuse?
Oh,
Hard to say.
Exactly. You got it in one.
Oh, true.
By the way, let me clear up what I was saying before. It was not. I just mean that a father doesn't possess his daughter. That whole concept of
Yeah.
who gives this girl
No, we
away
got what you were
is
saying.
just,
We were razzing your berries, man.
Yeah, no, not. I am very happy with what I'm married, but what my problem is, her father was estranged to the family,
Oh, okay.
and
yeah.
he had nothing to give away. I mean, and that whole thing just smacks of like a time
Patriarchy?
when
Yeah.
patriarchy. Yeah, it just
it's a
has
whole
a
thing.
horrible connotation.
Yarp. Yarp, yarp.
And
Well.
it's great. and hierarchies are good, and every single hierarchy that exists. I'm sorry, every single hierarchy that exists is good, and it's not good that women have rights. And I'm a doctor from Canada. See if you can guess who I am. Consider the lobster, because lobsters are people too. Fucking idiot. Anyway.
You know, I mean, like lobsters. Is this what you're suggesting?
I'm sorry. Rowan seems to be the only person who gets the Kermit-ass motherfucker I was talking about.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a monster and he's poison. Yeah. Anyway.
And he doesn't even have a
round.
big butt or a smile. Ugh. Goodness.
Oh
Wow.
boy. Okay. So are we doing the lightning?
We
or
are doing it.
like
It's kind of the lightning round. I think we might have. Well, we might have
Like
time
two-
for 2 each.
2 short songs each?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody do a Bohemian Rhapsody followed by
Yeah.
a Good Night Saigon. Nobody do that.
So yeah, it's more like a thunder round.
Okay.
2 songs enter, and then you leave.
And then we all leave because we should go to sleep
There
or
you go.
eat or something. Yeah.
Pour some out for Tina. And also Melhu.
References.
I am going to do. I'm going to do a song called "The Litany." Huge nerd, as many of you know. And this one in particular is about. It's my song about Dune. Rob has a song about Dune. Well, it's not about Dune. It's inspired by Dune. Rob's is about Dune. Mine's inspired by Dune. There's a thing called the Litany of Fear. Where when you
Is that the box?
no, that's a different thing. That's the Gom Jabbar. But the Litany of Fear is when you're being consumed by fear, you say this thing to yourself to comfort yourself, or not necessarily comfort, but like to remind yourself that fear is just an emotional reaction, and you're supposed to be able to rise above such things. But I
Fear is
kind of
the
flipped
mind
this.
killer.
Yeah, I kind of flipped it on its head. Because fear is sometimes the thing that keeps you alive. And it's sometimes the thing that keeps you going, it kicks off that flight or fight response. But it can also become too comfortable. So, it's a blessing and a curse. So, your amygdala will do interesting things to you. Gotta put the capo on. So for capos, I'm using my Thalia capo. Given to me by a very good friend. And as you see, it's purple heartwood, which is, of course, my favorite. Wraps around me, keeps my brain in check, walks beside me till my very last breath. was inside. Hollowed out and lost. He looks back now, crumbling in breaks and falls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's more songs.
Okay. All right. So, for my next impression, Jesse Owens. Yeah. So my next song is called "Serious." And you've probably heard me do this one before. It's my homage to David Bowie.
Cool.
Next up, by the way, we have Mr. Steve Patton, and then followed by Ron Smith. So, and now, without any further ado, you knew, but of course you did. Wouldn't have got this far with the life you led. Always, always on trend, ever the shooting star. Always one step ahead. Headed straight for the dark star, too fast for us. All the wonders before you, all made of dust. Some sleight of hand, you soar above the crowd, crane out next to sea. Follow, follow your gaze as we gasp aloud. You'll make this last decree. Star in the sky, a distant fire, and light is shining high. Headed straight for the dark star, too fast for us. All the wonders before you, all made of dust. You slipped away. Well, of course you did. Can only go so far. The sins, the day. One step ahead, like you always are. You'll light the way. Headed straight for the dark star, too fast for us. All the wonders before you, all made undone. Headed straight for the dark star, far too fast for us. All the wonders before you, all made undone.
I knew where it was going to end that time. I was ready.
Not me.
Yeah, it's the Rowan ending.
Speaking of things Rowan do, when I was on Live from the Lair, I think this was an off-mic conversation, but I'm sure Rob wouldn't mind me telling tales out of school because it puts you on blast. He said there were multiple times, but at least once, where you were like, let's kilt up for this gig. And then you show up in jeans. And Rob's there in a kilt, just, kicking the sand, being like, well, I guess I wear a kilt now. I just want to say that I did kilt up.
Oh, you did? Nice. I haven't actually, I haven't pulled out my kilt this season. I should do that.
Well, it's getting hot enough.
It's hot enough.
I bought it because I was like, oh, week full of 90-degree days? Let me not wear pants for that.
Yeah.
So this is a good.
That's a good idea. I'm not sure I can pull it off at work, but especially
Probably
since I
not at
ride
work.
my bike there.
That's a problem. You can ride side saddle.
Yeah, maybe the gig this weekend. I'll tell Rob I'm gonna wear jeans, and then I'll just show up in the kilt.
Let's be Gene Bros, Rob. This classic normal thing everybody does. Gene Bros. It's a new TikTok.
All right, let's bring Mr. Ron's. Oh no, wait. Sorry, hold on. Let's bring Steve Patton back to the fore. That's what I meant to say, and then we'll have Ron right after.
Ron, you can still hang out though. You don't have to leave. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Ron, stand by. We need you. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. Okay, so let me. All right, so. Well, I'm torn between two songs, but I guess I'll do this one first. The other one's a little more positive. Addie was just a girl dressed in ragged clothes, hair of red, eyes so blue, freckles on her nose. She talked of knights and castles and other fancy things, and said when she was queen that I would be her king. Well, look at you, Annie, dressed up like a queen, like a vision in my every childhood dream. Oh, tell me, Annie, darling, that you remember me, and let me have this dance, share fantasy. Addie, in our teenage years, cast a spell on me, so caught up in her beauty, the truth I could not see. That Annie was a fox, only but for the chase. But now the years have left their mark etched on Annie's face. Well, look at you, Annie, dressed up like a queen, like a vision in my carefree childhood dream. Oh, tell me, Annie, darling, that you remember me and let me have this land, share your fantasy. And it dances around the floor, her face all aglow. But whom she dances with, only Annie knows. For Annie's all alone, no one comes to call, save this one who left his heart at the shadows on the wall. Well, look at you, Annie, dressed up like a queen, like the vision in my every childhood dream. Oh, tell me, Annie, darling, that you remember me, and let me have this land, share your fantasy. And he looks all puzzled, ask my name again. Though a dozen times I've told her, I answer just a friend. Then I take her in my arms and I kiss her troubled head before they stop the music and take her off to bed. Look at you, Annie, dressed up like a queen, like the vision in my every childhood dream. Oh, tell me, Annie, darling, that you remember me, and let me have this land, share your fantasy. Thank you.
Mr. Steve.
Okay, thank you. This other one I've done many times before. It's one of my favorite ones to come out of the prompts that we did, that we have here. And let me get that off of here and go where it belongs to me. I was 5 and Sally was 4 when she moved in right next door. I fell in love at the very first sight, but that was the day of our first fight. All she wanted to do was play. I don't know why I chased her away. But she said, you'll be sorry you ever be to me. Yeah, you just wait. You wait and see. One fine day you're gonna want me back, and I'll make you sorry you ever said that. I was 10 and Sally was 9. I gave her a valentine, a homemade card with a silly rhyme, but she kissed me for the very first time. All she wanted to do was thank me. I don't know why I couldn't let it be. And she said, you'll be sorry you ever be to me. Yeah, you just wait, you wait and see. One fine day you're gonna want me back. I'll make you sorry you ever said that. Years later, Sally moved away. She said she'd write me every day. I said I was glad she was leaving, but in me, the one who's grieving. But but I was scared to be alone until the day when we'd be grown. And she said, you'll be sorry you ever be to me. Yeah, you just wait and see. One fine day you're gonna want me back, and I'll make you sorry you ever said that. The years went by, life took its course. I got married and then divorced. Then one night out at the Pirate's Den, my childhood crush, Sally, walked in. All she wanted to do was say hello, friend, but I fell in love all over again. And she said, aren't you sorry you ever be to me? Yeah, you just wait and see. One fine day you're gonna want me back, and you'll be sorry you ever said that.
There it is. Thank you.
Steve Patton, y'all.
Thank you. Those two are
Steve.
very generous.
And thanks, Steve. Yeah, I mean, I think Steve has probably been here almost as much as I have. So,
True.
yep. Right on. Well, let's see here. Now we're gonna move on to Mr. Ron Smith.
I just want to give myself a shout out. I spelled amygdala right without having to look it up. I changed my name to Princess Amygdala.
Oh yes.
Congratulations.
Because she's so emotional. Okay.
Yeah, I always thought it would be a good.
Nicely done.
I always thought Amy G. Dalla would be a good.
That's good. That's good. I'll be her
novel
next
term
week.
for someone.
Yeah, I'll sign up as her next week.
So what might you have for us tonight, Mr.
More
Ron?
songs from the backlot. I think that would be a good
Yeah.
EP title. Songs from the backlot.
Songs from the back lot. Yeah. I got, I had one. Oh, there it is. And then I went and looked for a second one and lost track of the first one. Okay. Yeah, if this one doesn't leave you holding your head wondering what the hell I'm singing about, I've lost my touch. This is supposed to be capitalizing on the propensity that we all have to want to just get something patched or just smoothed over or something rather than have to go to the time and expense of actually doing it right. And so it's called Quick Fix. And that was the intent. Who knows what happened? Looking for a quick fix. Don't have a lot of time. Looking for a quick fix. I don't have a lot of nickel and dime. Nope, it ain't gonna work. I gotta keep it up higher. And also I gotta start that word scrolling or it's gonna go really poorly. Okay. So you've had the intro, and wasn't that lovely? Looking for a quick fix. Don't have a lot of time. Looking for a quick fix. I don't have a lot of nickel and dime. Just get me started. Get me rolling down the road. Get me past that wall. I need a little fix and I need it quick. That's all. Seems like I'm always living one little fix at a time. Life is always giving me another mountain to climb. Seems like it's all uphill or straight back down. No flat ground at all. How many quick fixes do I have left before I need complete overhaul? Complete overhaul, who knows what that could mean? What'll it cost? What if I cannot pay? Maybe it'll be the end of it all and I disappear from the scene. But that'll be tomorrow, I just need a little fix today. Looking for a quick fix, I don't have a lot of time. Looking for a quick fix, I don't have a lot of nickel and dime. Just get me started, get me rolling down the road and get me past that wall. Need a little fix, I need it quick, and that's all. Quick fix.
That is a quick song, too.
There's no
Also,
sense overdoing
quick-
it. Just, Band-Aid, a little duct tape, baling wire, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You can get something done quick, fast. You can get it done quick, well, or cheap, but you can't have all three.
Yeah.
So-
Pick
Pick
two.
two.
Yeah, pick two.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the saying is always that clunky and stumbly. Every time anybody says it, it takes that long to say.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. That is the way.
Yeah, I usually have a vast problem that I try to fix with a half-vast solution, if you know what I mean. Okay, and this song's kind of a tribute to a friend that I guess a few friends I've had over time. That just comes along at the right time and somehow you sync up and kind of are on the same wavelength and winds up pulling you out of sometimes a dark hole or whatever. So that's kind of what this is about. A laugh when you feel like crying. A smile when you're dying inside. I'm fine, thanks, when you know that you're lying. Life is full of places to hide. And as he goes to scroll his lyrics, gosh dang it, I wish I wouldn't do that. It's sad to know that we need them, but need them we certainly do. We can't be trusted with each other's pain, so hiding's how we make it through. What a waste, what a tragedy that the wall between you and me is just the people we think that we see. When we don't know each other, we don't know each other, we don't know each other at all. A garden of handy excuses to say what we don't want to say. I might means I won't, I know means I don't. We just pick 'em and toss them away. The longer we live with the numbness, the more normal it starts to feel. We speak but we never speak freely, 'cause we are afraid of what that might reveal. What a waste, what a tragedy that the wall between you and me is just the people we think that we see. Well, We don't know each other. We don't know each other. We don't know each other at all. But once in a while, there is someone who hears what we try not to say, who is not afraid of our fears or our tears, who starts chipping that wall away. At first, it feels like they're prying, but something inside you responds. And one day they hand you a hammer, and together you beat on that wall till it's gone. What a gift, what a luxury, when the wall between you and me is now just ancient history. And we see each other, we know each other. That is the best gift of all. That is the best gift of all. There it is.
Magnificent.
As always.
Another truth song.
Nicely done, Ron.
So that's the
wanna
Corvair
tell-
back
if you
there
wanna-
in the corner.
If you want to see Ron talk about one of his 6 lives he's lived that we're just uncovering, you know, it's like you were a used car salesman and shit too. Like we didn't even get to that. And we had him on for almost 2 hours. But no, we did a nice interview with Ron, and he played like 5 songs, something like that. It was
Something like that.
It was nice. It was a nice vibes, man. Nice chill vibes, dude. Kind of like tonight.
Right
It's,
on.
this is a limited hangout, except for like Carrie and Eric, who are always here.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say Eric had to. He ran out of battery.
What a monster!
I know. So he's gonna catch us.
I'll never
on the
forget
replay.
him.
But he did make sure that he like got as many
enough emojis.
yeah, as he could
So
before he
we
left.
can ration the emojis. Okay.
For example, there's those and those.
I wish I was
Yeah.
on StreamYard.
Yeah,
to,
you can go
to
back
see
to
these.
Thank you, EJD. Anyway, all right. So I believe it is now time for Kate Buckholt, aka Pinbleeds, aka Your Mind is About to Be Blown.
Thank you. Well, I was like thinking, gosh, what are some shorter ones? You know, my songs, especially in the last like 7 months, the last like 10 of them are like crazy long. So this first one, I'll do like the worst one first. I haven't done either of these in a while, but this one, The Cycle, I may or may not know it, but it's kind of about like the cycle of domestic abuse. So just did it once. And so maybe a little warning about that. And the next one, I'll just do the one that's about nurses, how they want to have like kind of, AI nurses for acute care at home. And so I'll do that one second. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay. He hit her like a ton of bricks. She wouldn't listen. So pissed, this bitch won't stay christened. So sick of women. In the heat, he don't know if it's that one or this one. That passion hit the same as with the last one. Fast forward through episode after episode. Calm, the storm explode. The calm, the storm explode. Leaning into oppression made the captor use less venom. The No less relentless in message, but less damage to witnesses, convinced her sister he was only Jekyll. So even after an escape, the sister listened. How her sibling, the victim, was a witch by whom his grace was twisted. He spoke the truth, so it's her fault if it felt degrading. She couldn't wait longer to escape him. That day, he shoved her, both of them caught by surprise beside the oven. She goes down, he's right above her, hovering. That forehead birthmark, beet red, boiling over, lower teeth jutting, cheeks sunken, feet flattened, his face darkened, fallen, eyes blackened. She scrambles, dazed, past the kitchen chair legs. He dangled rage, contorts his face, and swiftly backhands her back into place. She shouldn't have made him go this far. He tightens his fist towards himself in anger for losing control. He takes aim and clenches his jaw. No, it's her fault. He stomps away, almost childlike, cause she wouldn't stop thinking he's wrong and weak and small. That, he thinks, is why he got defensive and maybe went too far. He thinks my dad wouldn't be this strong to blame himself at all. He sees she's lucky, so he's unsure should he take responsibility or feel redeemed for all thus far. Meanwhile, scanning recent events for justification in her behavior. He'll remind her she is nothing and she's lucky he saved her. In the next room, she feels jolted, a snap of survival. She's rattled like when he was just a kid, randomly getting whacked hard and rapid on his little head. Dad slapping, frustrated and fast, so he knows the feeling. The shock and the sharp stinging left ringing in the black. He scolds himself but leaves on his belt. Can't melt his ice on her burning welts. Words resurrect from a graveyard in his mind. The ones he heard and believed in childhood, buried alive inside, screaming at him, "You worthless loser," the distorted voice of his deceased abuser. He retreats to the stoop to breathe. He's relieved at his revelation cause he sees that now he'll treat her different. He hates women and he hates that. What a vision. This time his blindness lifts. He's sure again this marks the end of this darkness and utter dissonance. His tears squirt out, his mouth a gaping pout. He drops his shoulders and steps inside to tell her what's all figured out. It's eerie. Silence from absence, clearly. Is she dead? Is she dead? Oh my God, is she dead? He busts off every closet, door, and cabinet, but it was the day that she had finally left. Oops, I can't stop it.
Pretty dark.
Yeah.
That seemed to have been a common theme tonight. I mean, I started off with one in that theme and then followed up later with one in that theme, and then you've got a real big one.
But, you know, she leaves at the end, which is awesome.
Which is the positive
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yep. It's underestimated how hard that can be. It's funny, like, having not read it, like, I felt really moved to write it because of, like, some things when I did, but even I was just kind of like, whew, like, while I was even just doing it just now. So I should, I don't know. So
My first experience with that came with this girl that I knew down in Brooklyn when I lived down there years back, and I encountered her by the fact that she had a loan with a company I was working for at the time, and we went to find out what the story was with why they had stopped paying on it, and her mother told me the story about her husband, and she had come back home, and but the husband was, courting her again, and she was likely to go back, and this was about the fourth time, and she was doing everything. This was my first encounter with House of Ruth too.
Oh, yeah.
The mother was trying to get her to go to House of Ruth, which I didn't know what it was at the time, and this girl was really pretty, and she was really a nice girl, but she was crazy in love with this idiot. It's like, so nobody could, get her not to, and
it's pretty messed
she went
up.
back to, she went back home to him, and it just was a never-ending cycle, and she had a child. That's why she went back to him. She was pregnant, and so, and it probably ended badly for that child too.
Yeah, it's a shame how not uncommon some kind of
And he was a Baltimore City police officer.
Ugh.
well, Yep. There's too many
Yeah.
stories. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to press that.
No,
That was
no,
bad.
we're good.
I think this one about nurses is not very long. Shall I do that?
Please do. Please do.
Or robot nurses, I should say. Based on real things, actually, sadly. Hello? 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 No, I don't have kids. No, I'm not near death or laying in its bed. But they're pressed with nursing staff less and less. Who will teach the rest? Who gains what at whose expense? With subpar Da Vinci robots come to code red cause and effect or please with fainting final breaths. Human nurses versus Terminator, technology, medical servicers, devotion from persons, spent tons, non-refundable to become someone who can tend to a patient getting well. Observations over time of so many signs aligned in those of the species having sudden or chronic issue or health crises or urgent symptoms of disease. This takes time, a pumping heart, and a will of iron, not input of a code or a cold robot probe, intake and update by multiple choice of generic concerns, a section for medications taken by those who are lacking past patience. They are fast but stillborn, the soulless thing you can't avoid. It's sponge bathing you, shorting out the appointed doctor droid. If you slip and fall, how will it hoist? If you switch your mind and voice, do not resuscitate. Can it and will it honor your choice? Compassionate machinery isn't possible. If you can't feel yourself, you can't have empathy, can't grasp needs expressed in weakness or with subtlety, or in a language accent it can't compute to answer back or understand, but will spew a skewed and technical science-based dialect, then can't perceive or to deduce an infection with atypical presentation. The frigid digits from the hand segment of the assigned advocate. These fake nurses pay you visits and counterfeit, take the pulse away, force the cost to raise, misery, forced loss of dignity, automated and ethnically biased, running acute care patients out like pariahs, closing down advanced care facilities, what oaths and obligations might protect approaches psychologically. Kaiser temporarily, not permanently, and monitoring remotely so revenue is through the virtual roof. And I suppose humans with various calls for access can tune in to watch you in any private moment spent alone at your own address. No, I don't have kids. No, I'm not near death or laying in its bed, but with nursing staff less and less, who will teach the rest? Who gains what at whose expense? What faulty Da Vinci response comes to code red, cause or effect, or please expressed with fainting final breaths? Hello? Hello? I'm scared. Where'd you go? Falls the ill on ears deaf. So what if this welded fellow held your head to your pillow till you left? Your last embrace before finally and final rest. Hello? Hello?
Wow.
Do I remember you doing that before? But it's
Oh no,
kind of
that
a
seems
new
new.
theme.
I did it once. I want to say there was like there's a song prompt of some sort, maybe. But either way,
It seemed like about a year ago. I remember you doing that.
okay, that seems,
Yeah.
well, I think, in February, yeah, I guess, like, I wrote it at the time because I was super disturbed at this, like, actually being, like, they're trying it and then realizing that it's Kaiser Permanente. I was like,
my God.
I bet it
Yeah.
is.
Well, this is really dead on. I mean, there's so much going on that pertains to that really needs attention. It's like
AI's hot right now, is what he's saying.
it's not just AI. It's the fact that capitalism is killing us.
Well, yeah, and
I used to
like,
firmly believe in it, but I don't anymore.
algorithms have shown time and time again that automation is the way to do it, be it like algorithms through focus groups, or now it's automated algorithms telling us that automation is the way to do it. That's why the writer strike happened. That's why the actor strike is happening. That's why the UPS strike hopefully will happen. I think we need a general strike, but I'm a crazy radical leftist who wants people to not
Hey,
starve
I'm with
to
you.
death.
I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm with you.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So thanks, Comrade Kate.
Righto.
I wouldn't go that far. That's the wrong end of the stick.
Well, you're from the age where they persecuted people who said comrade. So I understand your reluctance to embrace it, but we are.
I
all
mean it that
comrades.
way. What I mean is that the use of that word comrade is very loose. I mean, it is not what it sounds like. It might as well be,
Buddy
Hitler,
or pal
Hitler,
or-
and
or-
Hitler used.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
These days, it's we almost were saying that phrase, saying that word, ironically, and now it's just like it doesn't feel right, with
Yeah.
everything going on in Russia these days.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's who's
Yeah.
That's a
It
whole-
wasn't there then. It's the difference between evolution and revolution. Revolution always ends up in dictatorship. There's no way for it to
No,
ever
there's
evolve.
only been- we can talk, and Steve, you're welcome to come to It's Not What's Called, and we can talk about this. But
They never-
there's only been in a functioning superpower government. There's only been one revolution, and it was the French one. And you know how they did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really the only effective way to do revolution.
Well,
and
it
we're
took
too
100
comfortable
years.
in this country, and they're too comfortable in Russia to do it. What's happening over there is completely different than a revolution, and it's not allowed. Revolution is not allowed. It won't be televised because it's not going to happen. So you're safe.
Well.
Everybody's safe. If you're comfortable, you get to stay comfortable until we choke to death on the dust that once was a river. Rowan, are we done yet?
We are done
No.
when the Jules has done singing. So you've got
Okay.
2 songs
Are
with
you
which
sure
to
you wanna
regale
do
us.
that to everybody?
I'm absolutely certain.
Okay.
I want the truth filtered through your dreadlocks.
Okay. My slide has sunglasses. This is my
Oh,
guitar slide, but it has
that's the
sunglasses.
coolest slide ever.
Hey now, it's the Joe Biden of slides. I was signing this. Look out! Come on! I'm gonna sign this crime bill, guy. Come on! What's super predators? Come on! All right. None of them are good. Burn it all down. You said you wanted it. Okay, these are songs. Who knows if I wrote them? At least one person here will. Could you put up the thingy, because I can't, I'm using one mic for this whole thing, alright.
Honeymoon's over, ended before it began. Try to move closer. Those I know tend to have other plans, and everything's making it seem like I'm grasping at straws. This thing on my sleeve doesn't match with my outfit at all. I'm searching for something to run from. I'm sick of not being pursued in this world full of infinite outcomes. There's a road that must lead me to you. I watch the horizon, keeping my ear to the floor. Nothing but telling me things will get better. Kid, keep your head down. Move it along, move along. Ah, move along. Move along, move along, move along.
Yeah.
Move along.
Or extra legal action. Maybe that's the only way to do it. Who knows? I can't say legally. I literally can't say.
Well,
All right.
you're doing something right because EJD came back. So
Hey, all right. It's a wato. Speaking of slave owners.
oh god,
Right.
yeah.
This is a song I don't get off the back lot enough, because it is one I really like. It's the last song I wrote for my first album, and like I wrote it. I think I was still writing it when I was in the studio recording it. And the bridge is the last thing I wrote, and then when that, you know how it is when like you put a last piece of the thing in there, and it's like, oh, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
I don't have to work on this anymore. This is fine. I can send this off to mass production. I don't know, whatever capitalistic sort of deal we're working with here.
Some work is never done.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Anyway, yeah, I like this. I like the song. So this is in the vein of "Where's My Goddamn Parade," the segment that inspired Ron's. And Rowan, we still need a drop from you, like an audio drop, because the night that Chris talked about that segment on the VOM, he played a song, and then you, like a fucking sniper, were just like, I don't know if that deserves a parade. And then Chris is just like,
no.
for months, Chris has been like, we need to get an excerpt of that. We need the launch codes so we can we can slide that into the segment, because it is really, I'll play it on my phone. I don't care. It's perfect. It's so good.
Oh my god.
So Rowan, you have to come back on and defend yourself,
All
I
right.
guess.
All right.
Sure, why not?
I'm down.
Whenever the mouse lets you go.
Okay.
The mouse is Wato, he's back. Some of these are just for Rowan, I
Yes,
guess.
I think that's true. I think that is true.
I think so too. All right. It's a different guitar, so does it sound different?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
backwards.
little louder.
It sounds acoustic.
And it is backwards. Thank you, Kate, for
Yeah.
pointing that out.
No, it sounds good.
A little bird told me that my one and only has wrapped herself inside another person's arms. I keep calm and worry. At least the pain won't desert me. I cling to thoughts that slow the beating of my heart. Time after time, after all's been laid to waste, stay. No, I can't take the change. It's safe inside this cave. I'll never show her the power she has gained. The market still remains. So for now, I'll live inside this cave. Dead in the water, the bridge was built over. I know my way around the ropes by which I hang. It only gets harder, it only grows closer. That awful pounding sound of drums that haunt my grave. Time after time, after all's been laid to waste, I still find a way. When is this over? 'Cause I still wanna stay. No, I can't take the change. It's safe inside this cave. I never show her the power she has gained. The market still remains. So for now, I live inside her cave. Don't wanna get over it. Don't wanna leave you behind. Out of sight, out of mind. So let's see how far this goes. I'll take you to new lows with me. Come and go with me. When is this over? 'Cause I still wanna stay. No, I can't take the change. Oh, it's safe inside this cave. I'll never show her the power she's gained. But the market still remains. So for now, I live inside this cave. This cave. This cave. Okay.
Wow. Some beautiful guitar work in there, buddy. That was
Lot
really
of
good.
song.
Yeah,
a lot of
really
song in
nice,
that
really
song.
nice, really nice.
A lot. Yeah, I write songs that are a lot longer now, but they're not that involved. Kind of just to run out the clock. Exposition. You get the point, right? Okay, can we go home? Yeah, it's that.
Very nice.
Well, thank you, folks.
Oh, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jules. Some
You're
very
welcome.
nice playing
And
all
thank you,
around.
Rowan, for hosting.
Oh, it is my
hosting.
pleasure. So yeah, we do this every Monday night. And this is the halfway mark. As far as our prompts, so every month we have a prompt on the first Monday of the month. And this month's prompt is object impermanence.
Infidelity.
So, there are 5 weeks between firsts this month. So you get an extra week. So you get an extra shot, extra 7 days to try
Extra
and
shot.
get your
Everybody
song
do an
in there.
extra shot right now. You heard Rowan.
If I have a shot right now, I will fall asleep before I manage to do anything else. So,
I'm about to take some insulin.
Mine is starting
Oh,
to
well,
work,
that's-
so I expect.
that is like the opposite. Like that'll keep you from passing out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, I believe we've come to that point where there's really only one thing left to do, and that is to reach out, grab someone by the face.
Reach out and touch face.
I got someone.
Y'all have a good night. Squeeze.
Love y'all.
Love y'all
Love
too.
y'all too.